Hello again, Lead STEM Academy parents. Happy end of November. This is our third cast off with the counselors, but for most of you, it's probably the first one you're viewing. I apologize for that. We've been making these all semester. Unfortunately, we don't control how and when they get out to you, and apparently, the past two have not made it out to you. So, again, apologies for that. For those of you that don't know what Cast Off with the Counselors is, this is our monthly information session that we produce to distribute to you. You can watch it at your leisure. You can fast forward, you can pause, you can rewind, you can freeze. Well, pause and freeze are the same thing. Anyway, you watch it when you can. And basically, this contains important information from us, the counselors. So, my name's Todd Sear. I'm the sixth grade counselor. I am part of the Student Support Services Department here at LEAD, and let's get into it. This month I'm going to discuss with you NavTime and how signing up for NavTime has changed since the beginning of the year. I'm going to explain the best place for you to check your students' grades. It may not be what you're thinking, and it may not be what your student has told you it is, so I'm going to clear that up for you. I'm going to talk about the end of the semester, which is about 2 weeks away. Um, I'm going to discuss campus pride or lack thereof and how we could use your help. Then I'm going to dive into the STEM tank process because we are also 2 weeks away from our STEM tank. And we always finish up with dates to remember. And today is the 28th of November. So the dates to remember that I'm sharing with you are December dates, some December dates. The plan is to produce another cast off with the counselors for December. So I'm only going to cover the beginning of December in this presentation. All right, let's get into it. So the first topic I'm going to discuss with you is nav times. If you're not fully versed in nav times, nav time is the activity that happens right smack dab in the middle of the day, um, where students get to choose what they're going to participate in. It is attached to the students' lunches, so we have two lunch periods and we have two nav times. So students are required to choose a lunchtime and a nav time. Here at LEAD, they get to pick their lunchtime. They are not assigned a specific lunchtime. Um, and our lunch and nav time period takes place from 10:57 to 11:57 on a normal day. If we have an adjusted schedule, there will be a change to lunch, but lunch is always 1 hour. Lunch and nav time together. So students can choose a lunch and a nav time. They cannot choose to take two lunches. They also cannot choose to take two nav times. They must have a lunch and a nav time. Okay. When do they sign up for nav time? They sign up on Sundays. And here's where it's different. From here on out, students are going to sign up on the 5 Star app, which is on their Chromebooks. Okay. So if you want to see that, have your child go to their portal on their Chromebook and you'll be able to see the 5 Star app. And that's where they sign up for nav times. And that happens on Sunday evenings. Okay. So we ask students to log in on Sunday evenings and choose their nav times for the week. I also want you to know that teachers offer extra help sessions during nav times. And those sessions are meant for like reassessments, redoing assignments, maybe getting a little extra help from the teacher one on one. And that's a matter of the students signing up. So if you have questions about that, you can always email the teacher or check out their Canvas page. Okay. So that's nav times. Let's talk about grades. Okay. And specifically, I want to tell you about two programs within the school district: Infinite Campus and Canvas. And I want to compare and contrast for you. So, Infinite Campus is where you're going to find the most accurate grades for your children. Those grades are updated in real time. Okay. Um, Infinite Campus also is set up to send you alerts, for instance, on your phone, push messages that you can get. to let you know that there's a new grade for your child is missing assignments, your child is late assignments, your child is failing or close to failing. Those all come through Infinite Campus. Okay. Another thing you're going to find in Infinite Campus is notes from teachers if they're keeping notes in Infinite Campus. Teachers have the ability to record notes regarding, assignments or students' behavior for the day. You might see those also on Infinite Campus. Now, Infinite Campus is different than Canvas. Okay, Canvas is the system by which teachers post their classroom materials. Okay. Um, Sometimes grades are posted on Canvas, but it is not as accurate as Infinite Campus, and it does not link to Infinite Campus. So if a teacher updates the grades in Infinite Campus, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be updated in Canvas. They're certainly not updated automatically. If the teacher chooses to update them in Canvas, that's up to them. Some teachers do update the grades in Canvas, and some teachers do not. Um, the difference between Canvas and Infinite Campus is we as parents don't always have access to our students' Canvas pages. Okay, you can choose to be an observer, in which case you see what your child sees on Canvas, but we don't have our own login to teachers' Canvas pages like we do Infinite Campus. Okay, and so the most important information you're going to get off Canvas is the materials, like I said earlier, materials for class, like copies of notes, copies of assignments, videos. Teachers sometimes post videos. So that's a nutshell explanation of the two. So here's the bottom line. If you want to know your child's grades, go to Infinite Campus. Okay, that's for viewing grades and missing assignments, and information about classes. Canvas, if your child needs a copy of an assignment, or wants to review some notes, or maybe wants to do some extra practice, you're going to find that on the teacher's Canvas pages. Okay. Um, we all have Canvas pages. I myself have a Canvas page. My colleagues in the Student Support Services Department, they all have Canvas pages. Um, but that's not where you go for grades. That's the bottom line. Okay. We are about 2 weeks away from the end of the first semester, which means almost halfway through the school year, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. So let me break this down for you. So semester one consists of quarter one and quarter two. All right. Quarter one ran from August 7th to October 6th. All right. Quarter two started on October 9th and it's ending on December 15th. Okay. So if we combine the grades from quarter one and quarter two and we divide that by two, we get the semester one grade. That's how teachers determine semester one grades. Now, this is a very rudimentary explanation. It's a lot more complicated than that. But to give you an idea as a parent, that's where the grades come from. Okay. Now, um, as far as transcripts are concerned, all right, my eighth grade parents, transcripts are pretty important in eighth grade. Sixth and seventh grade parents, not as much. They're still important, but not as much. And of course, when the kiddos get to high school, the transcript is everything. Okay. But the reason I bring up transcripts is to let you know that quarter grades are not found on the transcript, it's only the semester grades. Okay. So if you want to see the quarter grades, you go to Infinite Campus. You're not going to find quarter grades on the student's transcript. All right. Um, and of course, the second semester starts when we return from winter break. So that's January 2nd, 2024. Okay. So just as we add together the quarter one and quarter two to make semester one, we add together quarter three and quarter four to make semester two. Okay. And for all of our students, semester two is a fresh start. Okay. The kiddos all start with different grades than they had semester one. If you want to think about it this way, students start with an A. for semester 2, and then their job is to maintain that A for the rest of the semester. Okay, so that's a breakdown of quarter and semester grades. Now, we need your help. Okay, I'm going to show you some pictures, and we're not really thrilled, and you're probably not going to be thrilled with what you see. However, here it is. So on the left, I have 3 pictures of our cafeteria. Okay, and as you may be aware, we ask students to clean up after themselves. And this is what we see pretty much on a daily basis after the students leave the cafeteria. Okay, so obviously, several students are not abiding by the expectations. This carries into the quad, which is the area outside of the cafeteria. On the right, you'll see a picture from the quad. Same deal. Students are required, expected to clean up after themselves in the quad, and they don't. Now, we want our students to have pride in their campus. We want our students to want to come to a clean school. That's part of the lead way, having pride in your campus. Integrity is the I in lead way, and that means having pride in your campus. And one of the ways you show pride is by keeping it clean. So we ask for your help with this. Please talk to your kiddos about the lead way. Remind them that it is an expectation here that they clean up after themselves. Okay? Because as you saw in the pictures, it just looks nasty. And who wants to eat in a cafeteria that looks like that? So we could really use your help with that. Okay, second to last topic for this session is the STEM tank. Okay, and for my 6th grade parents, this might be your first STEM tank ever. For my 7th and 8th grade parents, you've been down this road. So I want to give you an idea of what the STEM tank is and how things are going to work in 2 weeks. So the what, the when, and the where. What is STEM tank? Well, it's basically a science fair. That's a pretty simple explanation, but it gives you a good understanding. It's a science fair. And the students have been working on this all semester. Okay, when does STEM tank take place? Well, 2 weeks from today, as a matter of fact, since today is November 28th, it's a Tuesday. 2 weeks from today is December 12th. Okay, and the following day is Wednesday, December 13th. That's when STEM tank is going to take place. Where? Where does STEM tank take place? All over campus. Various classrooms throughout campus. And those of you that have been here, you know what I'm talking about. So let me get into a little bit more details for you. Okay, so each each semester, students are given a theme for the STEM tank, and they work on that theme. Like I said, all semester. It's a topic, a problem that they need to solve, if you want to think of it that way. All right, who's working on this? Or how are they working on this? They're working on this in groups. Okay. All students have advisory classes, and usually that class takes place at the end of the day. That's when they're working on their STEM tank projects. So they were put in groups weeks ago in these advisory classes, and that's who they're working with on their STEM tank projects. Okay. Now, this culminates with the presentations. Okay, so the dates I just shared with you, December 12th and December 13th, those are the final dates. So students are going to present their projects to panels of judges. Okay, and the panels include professionals, people that work in the community, people that work in the STEM field. They're the judges. And they're going to be marking the students on, are they speaking clearly? Do they look professional? Does their project make sense? Is it feasible? Are the expectations realistic? And so on and so on and so on. And so this panel is going to determine who the 3 winners are from each grade level. So we have, if you want to think of it this way, a gold, silver, and a bronze from the 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. Those are our finalists. Okay. And those finalists will be announced to the students on Thursday, the 14th. There will be a presentation on the screens throughout campus where students will get to see, who was chosen as the finalists in the 3 grade levels. So that's if you want to think about it, that's the final um, component of the STEM tank process. So here's the theme for this semester. I'm not going to read it to you. You can read it, but I will point out that it has to do with medical devices and medical issues. So students are either inventing something brand new or improving on something that already exists to help patients that have medical issues or diseases. So if you come to the STEM tank, which I'm going to talk about next, um, you get to see what kind of ideas they've come up with. So, what do I mean by you coming here? Well, on the 12th and the 13th, our campus is going to be open at specific times for visitors to come and watch the students' presentations. Okay, so on the 12th, on Tuesday the 12th, from 1:30 to 3 in the afternoon, our campus is open and you're invited, encouraged actually, to come to the school, and you can check out your child's project. You can check out your child's friends project, neighbors, nieces and nephews, whatever the case may be. um, we are encouraging you to come and see what the kids have put together. So that's on Tuesday from 1:30 to 3. On Wednesday the 13th, the campus is open from 8:15 to 9:45. Um, and so, yeah, campus is open to visitors, and we ask you to come. If you do come, we're going to ask you to please judge a couple projects. The students need feedback, not just from the panels and not just from staff members. They really appreciate feedback from, the campus visitors. So if you do come, we're going to ask you to please take some time to judge some of the projects. And I'm also going to make a little personal plug here. Um, if you are planning to come to campus, please make an effort, even if your child is not in one of these classrooms, please make an effort to get to the classrooms at the back of the halls. In the 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade hall, we have classrooms at the back near like the fire exit doors. Um, Oftentimes they get skipped. And when you talk to the kids, you can tell that they're heartbroken. They say, "Oh, nobody came to visit us today." So, my personal plug, if you are coming to campus, please make an attempt to get to those back classrooms. You will make those kids' days. All right? So that's Tuesday the 12th and Wednesday the 13th. That's when the campus is open for STEM Tank. So, yes, to reiterate, we want you to come to campus. We want you to see what the students have done. We want you to act as a judge. Um, and just really enjoy the culmination of what these kids have been working on all semester and the reason they come to lead in the first place. Okay. All right. We always finish up with dates to remember. These are early December dates that I'm sharing with you. So let's get into it. On Tuesday, the 5th, that's next Tuesday, is our winter choir concert. So Dr. Kruger and her choir members can't wait to perform some Christmas songs for you. Excuse me, some winter themed songs at 5 in the gym. Okay, next Tuesday. The following day, Wednesday, the 6th, will be the guitar concert, the winter guitar concert. Mr. Shonnell and his guitar students can't wait to play some winter tunes for you, also at 5 p.m. in the gym. Okay. The following day, Thursday the 7th, will be the opening night for our theater department's production of the Nutcracker Prince. Okay. These are theater students, and Mrs. Prather and Miss Wagley been working really hard all semester to put this show together. It'll take place at 6 o'clock in the hub, which is our library. And it opens on Thursday and it closes on Friday the 8th. So you can attend either one of those performances. I believe tickets are available on the website. And, going back to Thursday the 7th, if you can make it, we're also having our Winter Fest. So if you've been to Winterfest in the past, you know it's a big deal here at Lead. It's a great time. The campus looks awesome with Christmas trees and Christmas lights and all kinds of winter decorations. There's food, there are games, there's fun activities for the kiddos. There's going to be pictures, a picture booth, um, and it's just a lot of fun to celebrate, the coming of winter, the Christmas season, the end of the first semester, all of that rolled into one. I don't have details on that one yet, so pay attention. I'm sure that once they know the exact times, they will be sent out to you. Okay. I want to thank you for being an active member of in your child's education. I want to thank you for watching this presentation. I know we're a little late to the game, but we hope that your Thanksgiving break was wonderful and relaxing and just all around enjoyable. Our contact information is down here. Okay, so I am the sixth grade counselor, and that's my email address. Miss Murray is our awesome seventh grade counselor, and this is her email address. Miss Cloud is our amazing eighth grade counselor, and this is her email address. And Coach T, Mr. Tarboro, he's our social worker. And I've been singing his praises all year. If you have a student who's struggling with really personal issues, he is a wonderful, wonderful resource, and his email address is right down there. And we are the support services department. Okay. One more piece of info for you. Next Wednesday, the 6th, we will have a live Q&A. So we run a Google Meet, and you are invited to join us. Ask your questions related to today's presentation, questions related to anything, except maybe personal information about your child. We don't want to discuss that in a Google Meet in front of other parents. But anyway, you can log in, you can see our smiling faces, you can show your smiling face, and we'll talk to you. So how that works is, like I mentioned, it's a Google Meet. If you're interested, an interest form will be emailed to you very soon, and then you will get an invite to the Google Meet, and then you can join us on Wednesday at 9:30. Okay. Otherwise, look for the December cast off with the counselors before we leave for winter break. Thanks again. Take care.